Hello there, let me just get rid of this real quick. As you can probably tell, I did alter the layout for the DS streams a little bit. I may have watched a set of stream VODs related to Tamagotchi. Yeah, it was Tamagotchi Life, and it was like, yes, I want to do that. This is gonna be so retro, as some people may say. But I think it's not some completely, unless I do this. Hold up. Yes, now we can start. In which case, welcome one and all. Wait for it. Sonic Rush! Yahoo! Oh, it's been so long since I played this. Just again, as a this up. Little bit of messing around with the DS, as it is an actual DS this time, but still, this game is gonna be 20 years old this year. Can you imagine? I certainly couldn't have. It's like, this game is as old now as Sonic 1 was when Generations came out. Just think of it like that. Of course, this is one of the first Sonic games which, eventually, when I did get it on the DS, had a lot of fond memories with it. To say the least. I feel for a lot of kids it was really a toss-up between this and Sonic Rivals. And of course, you could probably tell which one I went with. Just the war between New Venture Bronga. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. I keep finding it weird that this game technically has a homing attack. Not entirely certain as to how far we're going to actually be getting into this, but I shall try nonetheless. Hopefully it looks semi-decent on the stream. Just figured that seeing it like this on the actual stream itself kind of reminds me a fair bit of all those gameplay presentations you would have seen back in the day. For like commercials and such, or historical showcases. This is one of those things where I just look over at the stream and it's just like, yes, even though it doesn't look all that great, it feels right. I hope that you can agree. This also means that I have the opportunity to shift around the perspective a little and organize the screens a little bit, because this is one of the DS games which actually makes proper use of the fact there are two screens. With the main gimmick, of course, being Sonic transferring between one another. And I figured that with the setup I had for the Chronicles streams, it would just end up being super disorientating. Here it just feels right. Honestly, it feels as it feels as though I've been going on a fair few nostalgia trips as of recently. It's like I'm gonna be going for Explorers of Sky tomorrow, just went back from holiday in a place we've been frequenting for the last 20 years, which I think I already mentioned this, but it's a sort of place that really brings to mind the likes of watching Fox Kids / Jetix on the TV when we got chance, and buying various types of Bionicles, whether it be Bo-Rock Calls, Toonuvas, Rockshis, just... It feels as though I'm only really coming to terms with just how good I had it back then. You may think it's bad for me to live in the past, but, have you seen today? Have you seen the present? It's probably not exactly the best excuse, but, anyways, enough of the existential questions. This was, of course, the debut game of the infamous boost formula, which, honestly, just feels like a chance accident. Let's just... You know what, let's just go back in, why don't we? As you can probably tell, unlike the advanced games, it is actually possible for you to enter the special stages. Because, at the very least when it comes to Advance 1 and 2, I refuse to believe that anybody actually got all the Chaos Emeralds in those games legitimately, especially Advance 2. Like, you definitely see various different types of gameplay footage of, like, the super secret final boss fights with Supersonic in space, but I'm pretty... I like to imagine at the very least those are just power saves and just pre-made 100% completion stuff that they're just playing through again, because with how difficult it was to get the Chaos Emeralds in those games, I seriously don't believe that any living being actually managed to get them. Whereas here, it's, at the very least, it's surprisingly simple to actually get into the special stages for once, and not 100% certain as to whether I consider these easier than the Advance 2 special stages, because for once I have actually managed to get into one, believe it or not. I didn't think it was possible, but alas, I did find a way. I can't remember if this was the one game which really started the trend of, let's just put the half-pipe special stage in everything. Yep, just getting the same Chaos Emerald. I really like how clean the Chaos Emerald sprites here look. They do look the same as they did in the Advanced games, at least Advance 3, but it just looks so clean, it looks so nice. In fact, the whole fed of this game just looks really quite clean and nice, alongside the infamous music, which means that this game will never likely see a re-release at any point in time. Generally just down to the fact that there's likely a whole bunch of licensed and copyrighted material included in the songs, because you gotta have those kooky jet set radio noises. Anyway, we've got the Chaos Emerald for this particular area, so we can just blast through here. As the game probably expects you to. I don't expect to get any particular S ranks. There's not really anything stopping you from just getting S ranks right off the bat. There's no, like, secret power-ups like there are on Unleashed or anything. Oh, I actually thought there was a bottomless pit there. Because I remember that distinctly just being a drawback with Rush and really a lot of the Dimps-made Sonic games, just the abundance of bottomless pits, because obviously Adventure 2 had a bunch of bottomless pits anyway, and we really gotta replicate Adventure 2. We did get Sonic Colors DS presentation surprise models starting for a late DS game. So I've heard. Even though it's basically just Sonic Rush free from what I've heard. Kinda weird that I never actually played it, considering how much I enjoyed playing Rush and Rush Adventure in the past. I guess I just figured that the Wii version was all I needed. Even though I probably would have actually preferred the DS version in hindsight, just at least from a writing standpoint. Because hey, at the very least, all the characters that you actually care about are there. Like, you know, Knuckles and Shadow and Omega and Blaze, Cream, and the Pizza Hut guy who just came here because. No idea as to exactly what that just giant bowling ball is doing in the middle of the forest. That's probably not really worth making too much of a bones about. Honestly, as much as a lot of people like the Rush models, I always had a bit of a gripe with this game and Rush Adventure, in that I would have personally preferred they stuck with the advanced sprites. I just went in more the similar direction of Kirby games on the DS, where they just had really, really good sprite work. Oh, Robotnik, what are you up to now? Ah, Sonic, you little pest! Soon ultimate power will be in my grasp, and I shall be invincible! I may not know what your plan is, but it's never gonna work. Just seems like a regular old Tuesday for Sonic. On your marks. Yeah, I don't remember the jump being... The jump feels weirdly heavy in these boss fights, I've noticed. Like, it really just feels like it takes you forever to actually get up to your maximum jump height. That cut up Robotnik sprite, yeah. I will admit, when it comes to the 3D modeling in this game and the cutscene sprites, they really do make it work. I kept forgetting that you just jump dash out of the way. Honestly, kind of, in a situation like this, it kind of feels like a similar problem to Sonic 4, where you don't really feel that much impetus to use the spin dash. Because the spin dash is still here, but you don't really have a reason to use it in most cases. Oh no! Oh wait. Dang it, I fell for the beginner's trap. Alright, now to take this a little bit more seriously. I say as I immediately just absolutely bite it. I think this is actually a good indication of talking a little bit about the difficulty mode, because I think the only thing that really changes is the fact that the boss fights have less hit points. Also, I'm fairly certain if you stick under that, it's an instant kill. I will admit, over the past week, whilst I've been on holiday, there has been a little bit of a talk with some friends of mine as to what could be considered the best Sonic games. Mostly driven by discussion on the fact that a lot of people seem to have finally woken up to the fact that Heroes probably isn't the best Sonic game ever. Alley-up. Full spin dash squash animation is fortunately not present in Rush Adventure. That's like a tragedy. It's just... It's like they knew that the spin dash in this game was an afterthought. Not again. You can tell it's been a while since I played this, alright? I'd rather not get stuck on the first boss for, like, most of the stream. Kinda wild that the first boss in this game just has a whole bunch of insta-kill attacks like this. Not gonna lie. It's like they really sort of expect you to know the drill by now. Yeah, this really is rather reminiscent of Sonic 4. Just the jump dash. It is definitely useful, just, again, why would you use the spin dash when you have the jump dash and the boost? Okay, now we're good. I like this little look-up animation. Just how long of the wind-up it has compared to the classics. Just... I'm waving goodbye to you, Robotnik. Okay, you just need a little bit of a run-up, it seems. Gotcha, game. I understand the parameters. I understand the task. Twice in a row? Come on. Dagnammit! Oh, this really must be embarrassing, but... You saw that, right? Didn't exactly seem the most fair to me. Yeah, in terms of what I was saying before about good Sonic games, I think it was more so just what games should probably be agreed upon to make up the core of the series, which future games should really try to iterate on in a similar way that, of course, most Mario games iterate on the first game. So, in terms of good Sonic games, which would make up a good core, obviously, first ones that come to mind are the original trilogy and Mania. Aside from that, though, I haven't exactly been certain. I was thinking maybe this would go into it. Considering it, I feel as though that at the very least it technically still contains a fair bit of this, the core aspects of the classic games, in that you have the jump, you have the roll, you have the spin dash, even though you don't really have a reason to use them. Oh, come on! Am I gonna have to go back through the first few levels again? I hope not. Yeah, it's just I don't exactly remember this particular boss fight being this annoying. And I'm even certain I'd really consider it hard. It's just, why would you have an insta-kill move like that at the start of the game? This is the first boss. In terms of, what I would consider good sort of core Sonic games, I kind of want to say Adventure 2, but I'm not entirely certain as to whether or not that's just bias on my part. Because, of course, Adventure 2 was my first Sonic game, so naturally I'd want it to be represented in some way, shape, or form. No. Handheld gamers, I can't remember what would be the best Sonic game in many years of good content. I mean, I remember hearing a fair bit of good stuff about Advance 1, but... you know what? Legitimate hardware. I want to be done with this as quickly as possible, so I'm not taking any chances. I will definitely say, though, that I feel it's kind of a, absolute zero take here, but I really am kind of quite fond of the music here. Alright, let me just, I think that's how we do this. There we go. The power of witchcraft. Please ignore the words coming up on what is obviously a legitimate DS. Oh, this is a disaster already. Right. I tried to be a nice game, but you forced my hand. Boom. I'm playing with the SEGA rush pushes and pushovers are not exactly friendly towards beginners. And it's not so much I'm a beginner, it's more so it's been years since I played this. Oh. Oh, you almost had my number there, Robotnik. Gotcha. Yay, I wanted in order to do that again for now. I won't forget this! Wait, Robotnik! Eh? What's this? Are? Eh? Finally, I've got the second one. Thank you for defeating him. Who was that? I kind of feel I blew it there for a second there. No matter, I'm sure I'll get some ample chances to work on yes, rank. Work on accents and whatnot. I did have a plan for Blaze. Hey, what's up? Robotnik's got another crazy scheme and we saw some mysterious girl. Things are starting to get interesting, eh, Tails? Idle hands can be a dangerous thing, Sonic. This ultimate power that Robotnik spoke of. I wonder what kind of power he's talking about. No need to worry. Whatever he decides to do, we'll stop him. Let's go, Tails. I know I can always count on you. Oi, Sonic, wait for me! Alright, Sonic, I'll be your navigator from now on. Our player character Blaze the Cat is now playable, implying that there's more playable characters outside of Blaze. Alright, time to go to Apatos again. Or Water Palace. The fan favorites as it was in Generations for the 3DS. Are you sure you want to play this? As if I don't have much of a choice. Don't have much of a choice in the matter. Let's go.
Do your best, Sonic.
I will try, Tails. Ah yes. Back to back to back to back to back to back. Let's do it to it. It's like, at long last, a water level which might actually be good since Hydrokaiti. And wouldn't you believe this? A Sonic game released after Sonic Adventure, where you can actually go into the water and not die instantly. Like, that would have made Adventure 2 radically different if you could actually go underwater. Also, can I... Game, work with me here. Alright, I'm guessing I can't exactly get... I want to at the very least try and get all the Chaos Emeralds. That felt strangely satisfying. Okay, no things over here. Those seem kind of fun. Just... Oh! Never mind, we found ourselves the next special stage. Let's do it. There we go. Honestly, I can't help but think that in terms of special stages, they haven't really managed to find much which has really been able to improve upon the half-pipe. Maybe it's just because they keep going back to it because nostalgia pops. I feel the only case where a special stage has really been good outside of the half-pipe, aside from Blue Sphere, obviously. Love me some Blue Sphere. But it's probably the Mania and possibly CD special stages, given how similar they are, and the fact they're just running around a 3D environment, going after UFOs. I mean, I'd obviously put these miles ahead of the Sonic 2 special stages, mostly because you can actually see what's coming up most of the time. Bang, bang, bang. Ah, camera, please. Camera. I can only try so hard. Yeah! I just find it so funny, just, I feel this is the one game where I started just really hamming up the Jason Griffith voice. Obviously, I prefer doing my weird Martin Burkess voice, but it is fun to just sort of slip into Griffith occasionally. I know he's sort of been the fun one to meme on for like decades before the swap over to the Studiopolis cast, but it is still quite a memorable voice. I'll give him that. Ah, dang it. Well, at least we got enough rings in order to actually do the thing. What's nice about this is, unlike Chronicles, you don't have to be exactly precise. It's like this game was actually made as a well-designed DS game. Who would have thunk it? The DS can have well-designed games which make use of its unique features. Shame we couldn't get this with free riders. Yeah, obviously from what I recall, the special stages do get a fair bit harder as it goes on. It's gonna be interesting getting back into the swing of things, really. How many of these special stages am I gonna fail by the end? Let's find out. I'm not entirely certain as to how far we're gonna get. I'm just gonna go see how far I can get in my usual allotted time of like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. 2 hours. We'll see how we fare then. Because I probably also need to get back into the habit of getting a decent sleep schedule. Oh, I'm dying! I always keep forgetting that the advanced games all, at least Advanced 2 I'm pretty sure had a homing attack. Maybe it's just I've been playing a fair bit of Advanced 2 SP where you do have a homing attack and it's actually possible to get into the special stages, believe it or not. I will say one thing I definitely wish they kept from this game is the trick system. I mean, generally just I feel one aspect of the Sonic series which I feel has sort of been I feel like they really could have expanded upon more. It's just the trick system. I know it's technically in Frontiers, but part of me kind of wishes we could get sort of a Tony Hawk style trick system in the Sonic game. Or really just more Tony Hawk aspects in the Sonic game, just as an experimental thing, if anything. Can't wait for the final special stage. Oh boy! Oh boy, I remember that one being particularly difficult. Let's do it to it! I will admit I haven't exactly fought much of this game in the longest time. Just remember thinking, I remember it being pretty good, just not too big a fan of all the bottomless pits near the end of the game. Because again, it just feels as though it's been absolutely ages since I played this. Then again, it feels like it's been ages since I played most Sonic games. Honestly, I feel these streams will probably be a good opportunity to just go back and reevaluate all these Sonic games that I haven't really played in the longest time. Like Rush Adventure, Riders Zero Gravity is one that I kind of want to get round to at some point. Colors is one. First thing I looked at when the phone was my avatar. Well, you wouldn't be the first. I'll just say that. Oh, that was a that was a bottomless pit. One of many in this game. I remember now. Honestly, I'm not entirely certain as to whether I do prefer this level over Hedgehog. One thing I feel kind of lets it down for me is the finicky platforms. I mean, they're fun, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying to actually try and balance on them and try to keep a good sense of speed. Maybe it's just because I'm super rusty and suck at this, but it's an observation. Honestly, looking at the stream setup I have so far, hopefully you're all okay with it, but this really is just sort of reminding me, take me back to really back when I played a whole bunch of DS games. Earlier today, actually, I was watching this sort of long-form video about someone's first playthrough of Pokemon Platinum, which, you know, in this day and age is kind of wild, and honestly, just looking at fun fact, the Black DS Lite was the one I had as a kid. The one where I completely destroyed the A button. Trying and failing to catch Giratina. Obviously I didn't have to, but I did anyway, and then after that the top screen broke. Just started showing all white, just... It's saddening, but at the same time, seeing it like this is just like, memories. And tight platforming over bottomless pits, my favorites. Isn't Blaze better than Sonic? Is this game because she has a double jump? Yeah, she has a hover. Don't get the hype behind the zone. Falling down way too many bottomless pits. Consider it a favorite. I mean... I guess it mostly just comes down to the music and aesthetic. And the fact that it's a water level that isn't absolutely painful to go through. Alright, what voice am I going to use here? You won't escape this time, Robotnik. Ha 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 ha! Hey, what's so funny? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed, but you're so cruel. You taunt me by not using my full title. What? Are you out of your mind, Robotnik? There you go again! But in the end, you'll be destroyed by... Robotnik! Yeah, I'm not gonna risk using the actual name given. Good voice. I will admit, considering the more, thanks, Tails. Given the more quote-unquote insane nature of, what are we gonna call him? Bizarro Eggman? I decided to go with Robotnik because Archie reference, but... Also, I do quite like the color scheme of this guy. It's like Lapras. So yeah, given the insane nature, I figured that I wanted to go with a bit of a Joker voice, but I wasn't entirely certain as to whether I wanted to go with Mark Hamill Joker or Crazy Hamburger Joker. Honestly, given the voice I've given normal Robotnik, I figured Crazy Hamburger was more fitting. And more entertaining at that. Oh no. You know, I think this might be one of the few instances where the spin dash actually comes in useful. Don't quote me on that. Neo Robotnik 3.0. Yeah, that might be a good one. I called him Eggman Bizarro back in the Mario and Sonic 2020 streams, and for some reason I decided to give him a Raiden voice. Guess because figured it was a more high-pitched, screechy version of her Eggman voice. Oh no, he's slowly coming towards me! Probably shouldn't do that against a speedster at the end of each fight, especially in the way. Oh yeah, I remember that. All too well. Dagnammit. Oh wait, he completely missed his mark. What are you doing, man? I don't remember if easy mode also changes up the boss patterns. I don't think they do. But needless to say, this feels weirdly... This feels so much easier than the boss fight from the start, from the first Leaf Storm boss fight. In that there's not nearly as many insta-kill moves to worry about. It's just like, where is the balancing here, game? What are you doing? Come back here. I'm not done with you yet. I won't forget this! Wait, Robotnik! Ah. I just love how there's a little snap at the end. Just like, ah, dang it. Ah, dang it! I lost all my rings at Casinopolis again, Tails. Sonic, I thought I told you to lay off the gambling addiction.
This again?
It's not my fault we keep going through they keep making us go through casino levels, Tails. What? Did he say his name was Robotnik? He looked just like Robotnik. Maybe Robotnik's just got some new disguise. Even so, Robotnik wouldn't change without a reason. Robotnik's speech about ultimate power. It's really bugging me. Say, Sonic, let's head to my workshop. There's something I want to check out. Tails, how many workshops do you have? Okay, let's go, Tails. Let's do it, Sonic. I mean, it's the same layout as his workshop in the Mystic Ruins, but this isn't anywhere near the Mystic Ruins. In fact, going off of a video which actually tried to map out all the different zones, this, Mystic Ruins is more sort of based on South America, whereas the area around here is more Canada, believe it or not.
So, you discovered anything interesting, Tails? I don't believe it, Sonic! Something's wrong with the space-time continuum! Oh, just a regular Thursday. I mean, what? There's a tear in the space-time continuum, and it's expanding. If it continues to expand, the whole fabric of reality will become altered. We might be claiming that your past self actually came from another dimension or something horrible like that. What, is this Robotnik's work? I don't know, Sonic. It might have something to do with that Robotnik, though. Yeah, I'm also concerned about that mysterious girl we saw. You saw? Sonic, she appeared right in front of you. What are you talking about? Anyways, we can't leave things as they are now, Sonic. Okay, let's go, Tails! How many times am I gonna say that this whole stream? Anyways, it's time for, Mirage Road. I have a lot of fond memories of Mirage Road. Especially the music. That all the fights in was saying the same thing. They lost creativity on that part. Leave Tails' workshop with Chris Thorndyke's house. Played SA1 this year and I'm gonna... Tails' workshop and Chris and the Thorndyke mansion look nothing alike. I mean, I too fell into the same trap of believing that X was canon, considering that Adventure and Adventure 2 and some form of battle took place there. Oh, I remember wholeheartedly this little thing. It's like, oh, Sonic Heroes is the newest game in town. What thing should we copy from that? Oh, the part where you have to stop every so often to defeat enemies. Oh, but that originally was from Sonic CD. It wasn't good in CD either. This whole game is about maintaining flow and trying to master your speed to get the best time you can. Mastering the level design. Do we really have room to grind things to a halt to beat up enemies? I mean, it's not so bad here considering most of them go down in like one hit. Just like in Adventure 2 and I guess CD in that sense, even though I'd say CD was worse considering all the enemies just kept appearing and disappearing. Yes, it is Sonic Rush. It's like they really tried to take advantage of the 3D aspects of this. Just like, ooh, Sonic's coming towards the camera, and except he's actually here because we have a sense of depth perception now, as opposed to, I like the fact that they still kept, the Egg Bishops from Heroes. Just... I don't get why they got rid of the Egg Pawns. Just, I feel these were arguably the best, Badniks, I'm gonna call them. It's like they're really just a great showcase of Robotnik as a character with just his ego. In fact, I wouldn't have mind just sort of hybrids between the Badniks of old and the Egg Pawns, that makes sense. Was Sonic Prime canon? Many people will say it is. I personally say it doesn't because, honestly, a lot of things just sort of conflict and doesn't really fit in anywhere. Plus, it's like, I know for a fact that it was marketed as being canon, but the showrunners didn't really adhere to that at all. It's like Ian said, you have to. It's like Flynn said, you have to adhere to these things in order to. Oh, you had to adhere to these things in order for it to be canon, and they just decided, nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll just do our own thing, mate. And they did, and everybody practically forgot about it, except, that's actually a wonder, actually. Do the Sonic Prime toys sell better than, a lot of Star Wars merch nowadays? Because that's a wild concept. The fact that Sonic toys now potentially sell better than Star Wars merch. I mean, obviously Star Wars merch has just been in the gutter for the longest time, just because of the reputation the Disney Star Wars content has accrued, but it's kind of wild to think that something like Prime might potentially be outselling one of the big merchandising titans of the toy industry. It's like, how far has Star Wars fallen?
Alright, finally out of that nightmare. Excuse me, coming through. I've been seeing a lot of Sonic Prime figures at GameStop. Yeah, I've been seeing a fair bit of that too, but I've been wondering if there really is that much of a demand for it, if it's just, a lot of it went to the shelves, and just like with the Star Wars merch, nobody picked it up. Don't think I've seen a single Sonic toy in a bargain bin. Yeah, that probably is a good indication that, yeah, Sonic toys are performing better than Star Wars toys. Would you have believed that back in the day, back in the 2000s, with, you know, the prequel trilogy coming out, and all the prequel merch doing gangbusters? And you got the Sonic X merch as well, with the weird, robot, figures, which didn't really make much sense. It's like, the tables have turned so much. It's kind of surreal in all honesty. I mean, I was only sort of joking, but the fact that it might actually legitimately be true. I mean, really just says more to the fact that Star Wars has pretty much been murdered. I mean, speaking of murdered brands, I come back from holiday only to hear that news that Doctor Who may finally be getting cancelled. Which you may think that's a weird tangent, but considering Star Wars has Doctor Who has arguably been murdered even worse and more brutally than Star Wars, its cancellation at this point honestly feels like a mercy killing. Just put it down. I can go back and enjoy the 2005 to 2013 run and all the classic episodes which I've still yet to watch. Just, it's still an icon of, it's still a British icon, a British institution. But I feel at the very least for now we can just put it down. You know, leave room for new ideas and new cultural things to flourish, because one thing I couldn't help but notice, that I think I wanted to bring this up whilst I was playing Chronicles, and I can't help but think that I'm partially responsible for this, for just opting out of more modern media, but it sort of feels as though we've really sort of hit a proper cultural decline where nothing really new is being made. It's either just it's usually just reappropriating old stuff, or the new stuff is just objectively terrible. Chainsaw Man was his first anime. I gotta say, that's a wild choice. Honestly, I can't remember what my first anime was. Because part of me wants to say it was either Sonic X, or maybe Beyblade? Beyblade seems like more of a accurate descriptor of the first anime I ever watched. Either that or My Neighbor Totoro. Family sort of was really big into Studio Ghibli films for a while. Mostly My Neighbor Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service. Especially Kiki's Delivery Service because we really like Gigi the cat. Again, it's kind of weird that I come from a family who's really into cats. And yet I ended up as a bunny. Strange, isn't it? I will say, though, this just generally feels nice, just how snappy the touch controls feels. It feels like the exact opposite of what I assume Free Riders is like. I mean, I haven't actually played Free Riders, and part of me kind of wants it to keep it that way. Just, if there was an objectively worse Sonic game, I would probably have to give it to Free Riders, because it has the same issue as Secret Rings where the controls don't work properly. Seemed that with mediocre content suites and terrible characterization and writing, from what I recall. Just Free Rider seems like a safe bet for what I consider the worst, which, I mean, especially considering it practically killed off the Riders series. That has to really account for something. Yeah, you see, it really feels as though I'm getting back into it. It's like I'm back in 2005. Please take me back. Back to when Doctor Who was good and just coming out. It's kind of funny as well, because from what I recall, the first episode of Doctor Who I watched was the second episode of the reboot, where the world ends, and I just remember having a massive existential crisis afterwards. First anime was either Pokemon League or Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I remember watching bits and pieces of Dragon Ball Z. I mostly remember, actually, more so the original Dragon Ball. I remember, most vividly, one of the Tenkaichi Budokais. It was the one where Jackie Chun fought Goku and he transformed into, the Great Ozaru. He just became giant monkey form. And then Goku ate him out of his ate Master Roshi out of all his prize money. Oh, look at this! We actually have a 3D section. Would you imagine that? I mean, I'm fairly certain you could still make this work with sprites. I find it super weird, actually. It's like, Sonic is the only one here who actually has a 3D model. I mean, aside from various level assets, like this barge we're on. And yet all the enemies are sprites. I mean, they're very good sprites, but this really just sort of hammers home the fact that I kind of really wish that this whole game was sprite-based. Or at the very least, have Sonic be a sprite as well. I'm just thinking, if I'm gonna be playing Yellow Legacy at some point, I really need to go back and watch the Indigo League. Because I have the DVD. At least of the first season. It's weird. It's super easy to get DVDs of the first season, which is more so just the first, like, 52 episodes. Super difficult to get anything else, which is kind of weird because Season 2 arguably has a lot of the best episodes of the Indigo League. Like with, I think I already mentioned this, with, you know, a lot of the Charizard episodes and Pikachu's... No, I think Pikachu's Goodbye was in Season 1, along with Bye Bye Butterfree.
Yes.
Dragon Ball was already strong from the start because Jackie Chun blew up the moon. Yeah, it's like, power scaling is kind of, nonsense. Alright. Behold! Ah yes, behold my ultimate creation! Dung Beetle! Yeah, Dung Beetle. I guess this is smart in the fact that you have to use his own projectile against him. Sometimes he jumps over it. I do quite like this massive treasure hall we're in, which in the normal circumstances would probably be booby-trapped. Gotcha. Try and jump over that. I think it's funny as well, because I'm fairly certain in, I think it was the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai, or the one where Goku fought Krillin. And Goku was already moving so fast that Krillin generally thought he was invisible. Yeah, just gonna run I'm gonna run over here also. I'm like, if Goku's already that fast as, like, a kid, then any prospect of power scaling between the Sonic series and the Dragon Ball series is kind of a moot point. Because Sonic would probably struggle against King Piccolo. Or even Tambourine, for that matter. Come on! Come on, Rubber Robotnik, I'm sure you can manage to jump over one of your own projectiles. Come on. I thought you were supposed... Oh, he's doing the thing. Going over here now. Going over here now. Well, the fact that Kid Goku would always go naked whenever he would go in the water. I mean, from what I recall, he also does that in Z as well. At least in a fair bit of the filler arcs. Oh no, he actually jumped over it. Tails, I'm not entirely certain you're really helping all that much down there. Bop. Oh no! Yep, almost there. What have you got left in the tank, Robo-Robotnik? Better start running, rodent! That was surprisingly easy. Alright, what have you got? Yeah, it's so weird. This boss fight... Oh, you just straight up teleported. What the fluff? I was about to say as well, this boss fight feels weird, really easy. It's another boss fight that feels weirdly easy compared to the first one. Frickin' teleported. It's alright, I only need one, Tails. Yes, version of Sonic 1 because it takes the whole game... Takes this game's whole gameplay. Yeah, it's basically Sonic Rush free. Again, kind of weird that I didn't actually pick it up. Again, nowadays I at the very least have the perfect opportunity to do so. I won't forget this! Ah, dang it, he got away again. I could just run after him, but nah. Nah, I don't really feel like it. I'm gonna do the wiggle instead.
Should we try this again?
Shoot! Finally, this isn't really helpful. I need to find out the source of this problem. Sonic, we need more information. Sounds like a good idea. Let's go take a look around.
Oh, we just so happened to come across the house of Cream's mom.
This must be the house of Cream's mom. Anyone home? Oh, what a welcome surprise. Hello, Tails. If you're looking for Cream, you just missed her. I wonder where she went. Oh, she went out with a new friend. I don't recall her name, but she had an interesting purple outfit. Oh.
Pretty sure I've seen it all go nude when he was in the back with Gotenks. I think he was also just in an oil drum at the start of World's Strongest. I remember that.
It's gotta be her. Mom, you remember which way they're headed? I think they were headed towards the town. Thank you, ma'am. Let's go, Tails! Okay, let's do it, Sonic! My Cream's friends are always so busy.
And that would be the last time we met Cream's mom. She wouldn't appear in any other games after this one. So enjoy it while it lasts. Let's go on to Night... I was gonna say Night Babylon, but I don't think this is Night Babylon. Night Carnival.
Let's do it.
I think it's pretty bad that I have another song in my head when it comes to this level right now. It probably doesn't matter, we'll just, look at that, you can actually roll down hills. What do you think of that? It's like it's a Sonic game. But in terms of good Sonic games as opposed to what I consider just good games which happen to have Sonic in them, I suppose the distinction behind that would be, again, does it... It says Blaze there as a neon sign, what the fluff? Way to break the fourth wall, game. They're going to be sick. This level's main gimmick is time switches, which trigger light platforms, because apparently the Sonic universe has mastered hard light technology. I didn't mean to do that! Oh, somehow it still worked. So, I've been wondering as to whether Adventure 1 would fall into that category, but I think mostly just because the most accessible version is the PC version, which is an affront to God. I'm not certain as to whether it should count. Seeing Cream's mom in one of the shorts of Sonic Paradox, I mean... Obviously, there's a whole bunch of supplemental fan-made material which features vanilla, but I'm more so talking in terms of official games. Because aside from this, I think the main area I've really only seen her is in the IDW comics. Bottomless pits. Yes. Yeah, Blaze had a neon sign. You can see in the corner there. I know it's kind of difficult to tell because of the small screens, but I'll give you a chance to have a look at it. Doesn't Sonic have one as well? I mean, it makes sense for Sonic. He is basically the world's... Oh! Blaze with a diamond. Not entirely certain as to what the world sense is in that, but I don't think this is the sort of game which really takes that into account, considering, as many fans have pointed out, Chocola and Gemerald are not in this game. And then Flynn Flynn's answer to that was just, oh, just pretend they're there. This music bops? Yeah. It's the Sonic Rush soundtrack. Of course it bops. Also, you missed me struggling in vain against the first boss. Not again! And at the very least, I have a fair few lives under my belt, but again, doesn't change the fact this is a little bit embarrassing. I mean, I do remember at the very least struggling a fair bit with this level, or at the very least this zone when I first played, as Blaze, funnily enough, which shouldn't even be possible because Blaze can fly. But somehow I did, because I'm bad at video games. Wait, go back, go back. Explain this, Ian. Explain this. I keep forgetting I have a spin dash in this game, actually. Rip. Nailed it. Hey, Goku is pretty fast in the martial arts tournament fight. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. He was untrackable to the human eye as a child. And that's before the Perfect Cell fight, where nobody could see what they were doing. They were, like, arguably one of the best fights in the series, Goku versus Perfect Cell. And nobody could see it. I do like these little guys just here on pogo sticks. That's kind of funny. Belly up. I'm sure I'll find a special stage around here somewhere. Okay, never mind. I like that for the first game to have the boost formula, not a whole lot changed mechanically in almost 2 decades. Yep. I mean, there's iterating and then there's just stagnating. And I feel as though the Sonic series at this point is no stranger to stagnation. At least since they adopted the boost formula. I mean, you could argue they would have done the same if they just stuck with the adventure formula, but... me personally, I just kind of feel as though the adventure formula, and by extension the classic formula, just has a lot more room to grow. I like how there it actually shows you a prompt to do the swing. It's like, we don't want another repeat of the barrel situation from Carnival Night Zone. Also, I just realized, Carnival Night Zone. Night Carnival Zone. It's like they knew. Where are my barrels, Ian? Somehow I never actually noticed that till now. How it's just, the same name except backwards. Where am I going? Oh, it's all gone dark! Ah, splendid. There's the special stage. No, game, no! Give me! There we go. Okay. Was no 6 Robotnik has bunny egg pawns? Yeah. I think they might be very similar to the ones from Heroes, except these ones are green and have pogo sticks. Alright, time for that mother-fluffing 4th Chaos Emerald. Let's see how difficult this one is. Because they are suddenly getting tougher as they go on. Oh nice, just put spikes on a precipice where I can't see them coming. Excellent work, game. Very nice. Surely the best special stages, where you can't even see what's coming.
Let's do it to it.
It would be pretty embarrassing if I actually screwed up on this one. I expect to screw up on the last couple ones, but here it would be a dishonor for me to do so. Somehow I missed that. Oop! I was distracted. Somehow didn't land in more bombs. Alright, we did it. Yeah, 06 was the last game to have the adventure formula, and I guess they just decided, yeah, when... You know, what was wrong with 06? Oh, let's just throw everything out. The fact that Sonic has a whole bunch of stupid friends, which... I think the main thing about the Sonic Stupid Friends thing was that it's not so much the fact there were a bunch of characters, it's more so they weren't exactly in line with the core Sonic gameplay. You could argue that Adventure 2 had the same issue, but at the very least, maybe it's just because me being biased, but at the very least there it was a bit more fast-paced. Compared to 06, where you had to stop at every turn to defeat all the enemies to advance. My favorite mechanic in all of Sonic games. How did I miss that?
Alright.
You can tell it's been a while. No! I alt-tabbed! Alright, we're good. We're good. I have to go from have some easy music I was dodging. Take care, everyone. Much appreciated. Not now, Vortex. There we go, got the mother-fluffing 4th Chaos Emerald. Lost World is secretly the 10th anniversary special of Heroes. And considering how much music it just pilfered from Heroes for some reason, I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, I would rather just forget Lost World ever happened. Alongside Forces, I mean, it's probably not the healthiest thing to do with this series, but honestly, when it comes to Lost World at the very least, I feel it just didn't really add much to the whole series. I mean, there's the Lost Hex, and the discount Koopalings that are the Deadly Six, but I don't think anybody in their right mind actually wanted them. And, I mean, sure, there's a lot of people who, wanted to make them work, but at the same time, why? It's something that nobody asked for in this series, so why would you? I feel like a platforming god. I know I'm not, but just thin platforms like that, it just... A lot of this sort of narrow platforming, I feel that under most circumstances I would end up just slipping off and falling to my death, but here it just works, weirdly enough. The game just works. I must be nearing the end by now. Oh, so yeah, those bat egg pawns. I feel that's sort of what I'm getting at when I want to see sort of hybrids of classic Batniks and the egg pawns. Just really something that showcases Robotnik's ego and narcissism. With his more fun yet still threatening designs. Okay, so all the special stages were just backloaded in the second act. Good to know, game. Must be nearing the end by now. Really seems to like these these ball chasing segments. You can really sort of tell this game really took a lot of inspirations from Heroes. Which I did decide I was going to stream after this. Probably just going to try and stream the GameCube version this time. Not sure I would probably do it on the GameCube though, is the thing, because I don't want to have to worry about the input lag. And mainly this is a sort of speed platform, and it's Sonic I feel the most monetized don't really capture that sort of speed like this or Advance 2. I genuinely wish they integrated the boost mode as a mechanic in the mainline series. It just makes a lot of sense. Where in the case in that the more rings you have, the quicker you get into boost mode and the faster you go. It feels like a real sort of evolution of the mastering speed and level design that the originals did. Oh, boss time.
Here we go!
What am I looking at? Argo, what have you done? What is this nightmare which you bestowed onto us? What is this nightmare attraction? Also nice to just include these slug enemies to make hitting you that much easier. Dagnammit. Shut up, Tails. Shut up, Tails. Shut up, Tails! Where'd my ring go? Where'd my ring go? Where is my ring? All process is lost! These Robotnik voice clips are ingrained in my mind. Honestly, the Tails voice clips are already so ingrained in my mind at this point. Just in the fact that he never seems to shut up. Probably wise not to pick up all the rings in one go. Oh, right in the face. Oh, give me all my rings. I need my rings. What even is this Batnik that just chased me, by the way? I thought it, in the past it was just some kind of weird slug thing, but I guess not. Also, fairly certain if you get caught in the middle of those shockwaves, it's an instant kill. Get over here, Robotnik. Again, this still seems weirdly easy compared to the just instant kill stuff in the first boss. Yeah, this is... We can all agree this is Tails' fault. Also, I do kind of find it weird how in this game, both versions of Robotnik just use the same voice lines, and yet in Rivals... Robo-Robotnik, as I'm calling him, has the high-pitched voice. Same as, weirdly enough, classic Robotnik in Generations. Yeah, I'm just resigned to calling him Robotnik at this point. That just came at me faster than I could go. Shut up, Tails, I'm trying to concentrate. Yep, and all my rings have just disappeared again off the face of the earth. Dagnammit. This is closer to a Klonoa boss fight. Yeah, I can kind of see it. I mean, I suppose arguing about it a fair bit more, this is starting to feel a fair bit more in line with the Leaf Storm boss fight in terms of difficulty. Still no annoying instant kills. Just me being bad. I just need one ring. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, I think I remember why I defaulted to easy mode as a kid, in all honesty. Oh, caught the ring in midair. Ring. My ring is just gone. Oh, heck yeah. I won't forget this. Ah, dang it, I let him get away again. Alright, let's see how badly I did. Dramatic finish.
Should we try this again?
Oh look, it's a rock. Also, note effect on the bottom screen. The world map is slowly turning into a heat haze. Alright, let's have a look at this rock. What's this? The road's closed. So let's turn around and find another way. Hey! Eh? Thought I heard something. What? Knuckles? Oh, so I guess that's Knuckles. I think Sonic is breaking it down for you. In more ways than one, it seems. I'm not feeling too good. Knuckles, how'd you wind up getting stuck here? Oh, my head. What? It was because of her. Who? That feline with an attitude. I didn't recognize her, but she was with Cream when I spoke with her. Ugh. Knuckles, where did they go? Man, it makes me so angry I just want to punch something, because that's all my character's known for nowadays. Ugh! He used Rock Smash. Knuckles? He's gone, Sonic. You know, when Knuckles is angry, it's always difficult to talk to him. Well, at least he opened the road for us. That's true. Let's go, Tails! How many times am I going to say that throughout this whole thing? Ah, yes. Huge crisis! Are we talking, I'm guessing by the fact we're going to be going on an airliner, I'm assuming the Cuban Missile kind.
Do your best, Sonic.
Let's do it. Big problem.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of the music on this level as well. And the fact that it almost looks like we have gun robots here. Like, yeah, that looks like a gun hunter. I'm fairly certain there's a weird looking beetle here as well. At least these look like gun robots. I mean, I always used to imagine they were gun robots at the very least. Now look, we even have fighter jets. It's like they looked at Metal Harbor and was like, yeah, we can make something out of this. Ah, they drop bombs now. Brother. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a gun facility. Yeah, it definitely does remind me of Metal Harbor. Except we actually go inside the aircraft carriers. Oh, and steam valves, just like in, I was gonna say Metropolis Zone, but it's more so just, Sonic 4. My favorite game! I dread when I'm gonna have to play that one. Alright. Let's get that 5th Chaos Emerald. Here, where I imagine it's gonna get a fair bit tougher. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. I always thought the vocalist for this sounded Australian. the very least with how they pronounce die. G'day, mate. It's a new die ahead of us. Marine, you're not in this game yet. Just let me at this, Sonic. I'm not in any other games besides Rush Adventure. I'm sure you'll get your time yet, Marine. Just, we've yet to get to your game. At least give me a little bit of warning when you're gonna be, playing it, so I can get prepared for my Australian accent again. And could you possibly not miss every single one of those, Sonic? Who needs that may make more sense considering Rush Adventure, yeah. Wait, I can just do it again? Okay. That makes such a huge change compared to the Advanced games. Like, especially Advanced 1, where you find this one spring in a specific level, and you have one chance of doing it with basically the worst depth perception known to man, and when you fail, you're out of luck, you have to restart the whole level. I've never gotten all the Chaos Emeralds in Advance, as you can probably tell. I've never fought Robotnik on the moon. Like, imagine if there came a time where I was able to do that. I would probably just make it into a big Edge Runners reference. I'm sorry we never got to visit the moon together, Amy. Yeah, you could... Dang it. You can sort of tell this is where it's starting to really get to... Somehow ended up with less rings that time. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. I think I'm gonna need to resort to some drastic measures here. Just so we can actually get this accursed 5th Chaos Emerald. That should be enough. Get me back in there. There we go. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's still kind of weird where Advance is in the timeline, because last I checked on the official timeline, Advance wasn't on there, so I'm guessing it's just non-canonicals, which, It's one of those games which didn't really add anything, kind of like Pocket Adventure in a way, where it's just Sonic Adventure, or a Sonic Adventure without really much plot to it. It's just go through the levels, beat up Robotnik at the end. I have no idea what I just did, but it looked cool. Okay, we're in the good now. Dang it. Guess Advance 1 is filled pretty much in the same way Pocket Adventure is. Okay, just gonna do that real quick. So we can actually make sure we do this, because I feel, especially after that first boss fight, I feel as though just everything's off the table. Heck yeah. I could have sworn I was a little bit more accurate with this. Guess it would help to actually keep it on the screen. Dang it. Can I? Nope. Let's try that again. I know this is technically cheating, but let's see if it's sitting here and waiting for me to go for it all again. I'm just speeding things along. Let me try that again. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, you gotta remember, Sonic, it's a new Dynamite. You want anything from Bendigo? Marine, what are you talking about? Get in the car, Sonic. You need to go get me new cube back in Bendigo. I didn't even know there was a place called Bendigo. Well, there is now, Sonic. And we're going there. We're going there to get me cube. There we go. Don't think I'll ever actually manage to nail those ones, unfortunately. Who would have thought that Sonic Shuffle would be kind of... Yeah, it's kind of weird, because especially with the fact that I'm not entirely certain if there's going to be any way that... It's like Knuckle Chaotix in a way, where there's not really any modern way to play it. And I'm not entirely certain how good Dreamcast emulation is. Or if I really want to invest all this time and energy to getting a Dreamcast and an HD adapter for it just to play Sonic Shuffle. It's like, what a worthy investment. I mean, I guess playing through the actual Sonic Adventure would be nice, but doing that all just to play Shuffle, a game which, from what I've heard, isn't all that good. Oh boy. Honestly, the way these invincibilities are placed really just sort of reminds me of the end of Santiago's Death Egg leveling forces, where you just have an invincibility for some reason and just run on a conveyor belt with a bunch of robots on it. It's like that, except there's actually a fair bit more interesting stuff going on. Frontier's sequel is gonna be Sonic Daima. Ah yes, where they all get reverted back to their classic forms. Or, you know, we actually get a an official game version of Baby Sonic. Because you know they would do that. And oh look, it's like a reference to Final Zone from Sonic 1. Remember the crushy things? Brr, brr, brr. I feel all this Sonic trivia is just melting my brain a little bit. The only time we get a classic Shadow... I'm still gonna say it. The fact that they didn't include classic Shadow in Superstars... Cowardice. Like... Sonic in a Shadow onesie. Cowardice. It's like, obviously most people are gonna understand that Shadow being in Sonic Superstars isn't a canonical thing and it's just a nice little bonus. So just let us have fun with it, why don't you? I feel this is something that the Dimps games also seem to really obsess over. That being just constantly spamming crushing hazards. It's like they're everywhere. They're in the ceiling, they're on the floors, they're in the bamboo. I'm really starting to like the homing attack here. I feel at the very least for this game it kind of works. Whee! Fight over. Yeah, I'm not exactly expecting good ranks here, to be perfectly honest. At the very least, we got that accursed 5th Chaos Emerald, so now we can just worry about racing to the finish. Assuming we can actually race to the finish.
somehow Sonic didn't get PTSD from being bombed like that. Ugh. Nice. Crushing hazards you can't see. Like, you try to see that from the... Wonder what Sonic games are going to be backwards compatible with the Switch 2. I mean, imagine pretty much all the Switch games. I know that, Shadgen was going to get a Switch 2 upgrade. Oh, they even have little tanks. That's adorable. Nah, we already got the 5th Chaos Emerald. Let's just move on. I mean, I sincerely doubt we're gonna get, like, a Switch 2 version of something like Frontiers or Forces. Frontiers would definitely surprise me, considering most people would say that Frontiers kind of needs it for the Switch version. But I think aside from that, Shadgen's probably going to be the only one that really gets a suitable Switch 2 upgrade. Oh look, the same situation with more crushing hazards I can't see from above. What do you want from me, game? I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Could you imagine? Love to see Adventure 2 and... Love to see ASIDX and SE2 be on Switch GameCube Online. That still baffles me that we never got an Adventure 2 Switch port. It's like, it was on the PS3, it was on the 360. Why was it never on Switch? Just... Could you imagine? Portable Chow Gardens. That's pretty much what everybody has wanted. Tiny Chow Garden, except it's the real thing now. Hey, Denwaz, we're just, giving Sonic PTSD. Again, I have to say, these little spring tanks are adorable. Bop. It's just like the first boss in, I think it was Sonic Chaos. It was one of the Game Gear games where it was just like a Motobug with a spring on it. As the first boss of that particular zone, I was just like, that's adorable. Now my GC games are gonna be out to Switch if SE2 is added. Yeah. Like, that's pretty much one of the few reasons I'd want to get a Switch 2, but even then, you can play Adventure 2, I'm pretty sure, on a Steam Deck, so... I'm not entirely certain if it's that big of a thing, especially considering... It really looks as though the Switch 2 is probably just gonna end up biting Nintendo in the boot. Because they got rid of all the pro-customer practices that Reggie tried to enforce. Got it? I mean, it's still a nice fort, but I guess it's more just sort of a sentimental thing, considering it's like, I played Sonic Adventure 2 on a Nintendo console, the GameCube. Now I get to play it on another Nintendo console that's portable. And oh boy, it's the same Snake boss again. Except this time he slams the ground 3 times. Isn't this beautiful? Sonic doesn't get PTSD. Depends on which corner of the fandom you ask. Also something Archie. Yeah, like I said, that's an instant kill. Why didn't you slam 3 times that time, Robotnik? Are you growing soft? You're getting soft-boiled in there, Robotnik. Or is it Robo-Robotnik? I don't know. Dang it, I missed. reuse content in my Sonic DS game? It's more likely than you think. Yeah, in hindsight, this kind of baffles me that they just reused the Leaf Storm boss again, because it was so fun the first time. And it feels such a random placement as well. I don't get. Oh, he gets a new thing. What's he doing? Oh, he mans the turrets. I'm just thinking, is this the same battleship from the end of Metal Gear Solid 4? Looks awfully familiar. I'm just expecting Metal Gear Ray to rise up from the oceans to mix up this boss fight. I'll be very happy if you don't do that stupid rolling attack again. Need more Sonic Rush, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't exactly see us getting it anytime soon, considering portable consoles don't exactly exist anymore. Like, how exactly would you do a Sonic Rush game on mobile, for example? Just in the distance you hear, liquid! Yeah, pretty much. And it's at sunset as well, it's perfect. Snake! I mean, I'm fighting a snake at the moment. No, not you! We have a score to settle, Snake. Yeah, he just isn't doing the rolling attack this time. I don't know if I'm just lucky, or if he just does that. Again, it's been a long time since I played this. And again, I do kind of find it somewhat baffling that this game is around, near as makes no difference, 20 years old this year. Like, could you have comprehended that we would have gotten to this point, and people are still remembering this game fondly? In the sense that the series hasn't really evolved in any meaningful way past this. Psycho Mantis will judge you harshly for your usage of save states. Oh, that's cheating. Sonic Rush Modernized Remake Remaster no doubt caused some controversy. I mean, I'm pretty certain there's some Rush-themed fan games from what I've seen. At the very least. Alright, in your own time, Robotnik. Wait. Boing. Okay, this is going a little bit better. Yeah, still surprised he's just not doing the roll. I can't really feel this isn't exactly the most interesting boss fight at the moment. People said the Sonic Rush is a good Sonic game like 06. I mean, yes, and the sky is blue sometimes. I mean, not here, obviously. It's orange. Rising Revenge is a cool but complicating game. I really do want to play Rising Revenge at some point. For some reason, I still haven't got round to it. Even though I know it for just being an absolute meme machine of a game. Just gonna do this real quick. 3D fan game called Free Run. Yeah, I think I've seen something like that, where it's a, they did a 3D adaptation of Water Pass, in which they incorporated into it Apotos from Unleashed. Because I guess the architecture just looks similar enough. Boing. I am ready to move on from this boss fight. Yes. You could just say it's cheating, but again, it's just the power of modern gaming. Where I don't have to put up with any of this nonsense, just have a good time. Meanwhile, what exactly is Tails doing in the bottom screen there? I guess he's supposed to be cheering me on silently? Oh. What is he doing with his hands? Yeah, I guess he just doesn't do the roll attack, which... honestly, I kind of feel this makes him easier than the first boss. Having a good time in a Sonic game. It's more likely than you think. You just have to know which ones are the right ones. Which, I suppose getting onto good Sonic games. Into that little bucket of good Sonic games, I feel compelled to at least put Generations in there, on account that, technically speaking, it falls under having the same core as Sonic 1, mostly just because of Santiago. Which I know is kind of cheating, but hey, it counts, so I'm throwing it in there. I wouldn't exactly put colors in there, though, mostly just because it's, you don't even get the spin dash. You don't get any sort of roll, there's no real momentum. I won't forget this! Ah, dang it, he's just gonna roll off into the sunset. At least here I have the excuse of not being able to swim. I'm gonna wiggle at you some more.
Should we try this again?
Oh, there she is. Dang it, he got away. Alright, now I'm gonna have to really practice my accent here. Seems someone's here, I wonder who it is. Aha! There you are! Oh, Sonic, Tails! So, you're Sonic. Crane, be careful, come over here. Why? What are you trying to imply? Blaze, so that's your name. Yes, my name is Blaze the Cat. Who are you? What do you know anything about Robo Robotnik? It's none of your business, this is my responsibility. So I'll deal with it. But Sonic, aren't you gonna go after? No, Tails. Hey, that's not how it works around here. I am supposed to be the hero. The space-time continuum tear is spread. Doesn't it involve you? So there is a relationship. I said this is my problem, don't bother me. Oh, Blaze, wait! Sonic, Tails, I'll see you later. Seems like there's something out here. Written by Ian Flim. Nah, he's learned his lesson. It's up to him to go change his ways. Because we don't live in a justice-based morality system anymore, Tails. It's all about empathy and caring for one another and people... and, healing people even though they've done horrible things. Let's follow her, Sonic. Up we go to, altitude limit, or Windows 95 screensaver zone. It really does look like the one screensaver with all the pipes.
Do your best, Sonic.
Let's do it!
Ah yes, my favorite level in the game. Bottomless pits. Nothing but bottomless pits and, abstract, metallic platforms in the air. I do kind of find it weird that, this level uses the, is basically just an extended version of the standard level clear theme. Always thought that was weird. Can I grab the shield real quick? Kind of strange that I can't just jump out of that, but oh well. Yeah, main thing I remember about this level, aside from, of course, these UFOs. Somehow I made that. Yeah, the main thing I remember aside from the UFOs is just lots and lots of bottomless pits. Can I please get up here? Can I please get up here? I want my 6 Chaos Emerald. Wasn't Toyotaro the one that made Goku isn't Dragon Ball Super? Pretty much. The world is covered in 55% covered in jam. How horrible!
Ready to get edgy. Hey, it's me, Sonic. I heard you're pretty strong. Just how strong are you?
Yeah, I imagine this is where it's going to start getting a fair bit difficult. Also, I like the fact that it mostly just seems to be flying porn so far, just really hammering it home that this is a sky level. So we have a whole bunch of flying enemies here. Do you get it? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting any of those. Like, oh yes, my favorite, just mine just scattered all around just haphazardly. I don't think I'm gonna... Oh, my favorite mechanic in the whole game, just the quick swipe through. You gotta really be confident about... You gotta really be confident about it. Which, of course, as you probably noticed, I am not.
Yeah, this is happening.
I really want to go back and play through Adventure 1 at some point. Like, it's a thing that sort of became a tradition for me on the channel, just to sort of do near the end of the year, and I didn't, so... Maybe I'll have to put that on the back burner. I suppose it depends on what other Sonic games people want me to play through. Because obviously I was planning on playing Heroes next, and after that, not really sure. Fairly open, to be perfectly honest. You're just not going to bother with any of these springs. Yeah, I remember the 7th special stage being full of those. These quick swipes. We really gotta be frame perfect, it seems. I wasn't ready. I'm concentrating. Yeah, gotta admit, Sonic used to be really much better at this when you were younger. Don't knock it, Marine. It's been ages since I played this, alright, and I'm not used to the touch controls. Also, seem kind of, fairly easy for me to master, eh, Sonic? Oh, that felt like it was complete accident. People's favorite special stage, by the way. Ah, yes, the one where you just, have to bravely try and cleave through spikes. I mean, we'll definitely say I still prefer this over the Sonic 2 ones, just, you could sort of tell how rusty I am. I'm just gonna have to be extra methodical about this. Shoot. I shall abuse the invincibility frames as best I can. Okay, there we go. Which Sonic special stage is better? It's 2s or CDs? I'm gonna say CDs by default, just because at least there you have some semblance of depth perception. I'm assuming we're going by original Genesis version as a... Genesis. Mega Drive version as opposed to Origins version. Kinda want to do that again. It didn't feel good. There we go, much better. What have you got for me, Bat Pawn? Nothing. wonder if that's supposed to be some kind of beginner's trap, actually. Where it doesn't actually give you that many rings. Alright, just need 2 more rings, and then we have the 6 Chaos Emerald in the bag. Whatever, I got enough rings. Sonic controls smoothly in special stages, just that whoever designed these obstacles were up to some devious acts. Definitely that. Especially with the last one of these, which is going to be quite interesting to get into. But honestly, with the way we're going, we may just end up clearing the Sonic story, tonight. We'll see. Alright. Where are we supposed to be going, game? Up here, I'm guessing. Nice. Instant... So go along with the bottomless pits. Instant kill lasers. Wonderful. Part 2, 2-part stream series? I mean, maybe. I mean, Adventure 2 was technically a 2-parter. I'm telling you, a lot of these Sonic games are surprisingly short compared to my usual repertoire. Just thinking back to, like, Emerald Legacy having, like... What did I get up to? Like, 16 parts? Just non-stop me just trying and failing to go for the post-game, which... Honestly, when it comes to Pokemon games, I think I already mentioned I'm not going to be doing that in the near future. I feel as though Emerald Legacy was really just sort of a learning experience. I'm kind of nervous. I can't see the bottom. Alley up, alley up. I just realized I'm out of lives. So this could get fairly awkward real quick. See what I mean? 16 parts of Pokemon? Yeah! This does tend to go on for a fair bit. Alright.
Please select a character.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really like the color gradients in this game.
All right, Sonic's here.
And it didn't save me. Forget it. I'm not going for all that again. With the powers of my... I have the time cube. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother with you. Maybe we're supposed to say fighting the, Say beating that bat back Nick until you hit the spikes. Yeah, I'm just imagining, next special stage is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, at the very least we got all the rings we need, so we just need to get to the end. Yay! Devious object placement. Didn't this game count the same year as Shadow the Hedgehog? Yeah, both came out 2005. I think these actually came out on the same day, if I'm not mistaken. And many people would argue that was just the day that the Sonic series died. The last good Sonic game and the first in many bad Sonic games. Okay. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's continue. For I have the power of the time cube. had a fairly eventful 15th. Yeah, it definitely says something that Riders was the highlight of the 15th anniversary. Out of everything that could have possibly happened. It's like we had a port/remake of Sonic 1. We had 06, obviously. And Riders was just the weird winner. The best of the worst, if you will. Oh boy, my favorite. My favorite mechanic, just... that flying saucer segment. I think there's actually a hang glider segment in this level at some points, or at the very least this zone. Nice. Also, weird, just sort of pointless inverse loops. Really just sort of brings to mind Route 99 from Sonic Advance 3. Kind of nervous. I can't see where I'm going. Why does this have to be at such a... Oh, here's the hang glider segment. I'm in the mindset that Sonic Genesis is a peak display of ineptitude. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, considering we got a fan-made one-for-one port of Sonic 1 years later from Stealth and Taxman, it's like there's not really an excuse if you ask me. It should have been great, and yet it wasn't. Like, the more I think about it, the more Sonic Genesis just sort of baffles me. The fact that fans could have just achieved the same results, only better. I wish Sega make a Sonic movie game for the Nintendo. Not really. I've been sort of worried for a while, actually, about the prospect of movie Sonic just replacing Game Sonic. If that makes any sense? Okay. I remember this segment. Just nothing but falling platforms, my favorite. Slowly navigating over very small platforms, slowly descending. My favorite. Yes, Sonic Classic Collection is long enough. How I played the classics for the most part. I mean, I would agree, but I do remember Sonic 3 at the very least chugging a fair bit. Future Sonic game should be on the Genesis again. I'm guessing really wanting to sell to the Brazilian market. And then again, I don't think they actually have Genesis. They have Mega Drives over in Brazil. I think it's still mostly just Master Systems. Could be wrong. Could you imagine Sonic Frontiers on the Master System? Oh, you can just boost to get rid of those. I'm scared, game. Game, you're scaring me. Yeah, I think that... Nice recovery. Wonderful. Now I have to... Oh, I can just go up there. I can just go up there. I was worried, like, oh, those flying pawns just screwed me out of my way forward, and nope. Wasn't there a Sonic game on the Sega Master System? Yeah, that's pretty much what every single Brazilian child played at one point or another. Oh goody, more falling platforms. My favorite. I do kind of find it kind of strange that despite only having access to the Master System line of Sonic games, mostly just the first one, There's still a whole bunch of love for a fair few of the more modern aspects of the Sonic series in Brazil, mostly just Shadow, to be perfectly honest.
Let's do it.
Mostly just downgrades of the GameCube games. That's funny to me, because I was under the assumption that the Master System versions of the various Sonic games on there were just ports of the Master System, or they were just released at around the similar time. But I'm guessing not. Because at least that's somehow I always envisioned it in my mind. Just the Game Gear version and the Master System version came out at a similar time, and things happened. Not again!
Let's do it.
Okay. I think we've had enough of this. Enough of my ineptitude. Let's blast on forward. We have 6 Chaos Emeralds in the bag. I'm just thinking as well, I don't actually have to worry about the Soul Emeralds either, so it probably is just gonna be a 2-stream playthrough. Which I don't necessarily mind, just kinda remember this being a fair bit longer. Okay, just gonna stay absolutely still. Somehow I survived that. There we go, that's what you wanted me to do, game. Now I know. Time for more hang gliding. That screen crunch of the SU Master version usually looked... Ah, okay. And yet, Sonic still took off in Brazil. Suppose it really just goes to show how starved they were for options over there. And I'm guessing a lot of Brazilian love for a lot of the later aspects of the Sonic series mostly just comes down to the internet, I suppose. Like, you get to see all these cool cutscenes with Shadow on a motorcycle, gutting down aliens and blowing up soldiers. Or Sonic using his foot to tip over a robot. Or Sonic getting stabbed through the heart and dying horribly. That sort of thing. Okay, we're good. Shadow goes to Mexico. Shadow, why do you want to go to Mexico so bad? I'm not gonna say it's Sonic. Is it because you like the Latinas? No. I have a meeting with Gustavo. Who's Gustavo? My fixer. Where are we going with this, Shadow? I don't know. Anyways, that's altitude limit. My least favorite level in the game, / zone.
Yes.
Okay, time for the... Hey, boss. Time for the boss. Let's play the boss. It's a burb. Who could just snipe me with particle effects. Look at those DS effects, just wonderful. Okay, I think now I remember how you fight this boss. He jumps up and then you do that. Now I remember. I also remember, weirdly enough, this boss fight having an insta-kill mechanic as well. Arguably the hardest boss since the first one. I think that's also an insta-kill now that I think about it. As Sonic just reenacts the Matrix again. Yeah, I imagine this is gonna be where I die a little bit. Okay, so that is instant kill. That is instant death. If you don't get out of the way in time. I love how highly detailed the Sonic Trilogy boss is. Yeah. Like, this thing is surprisingly well animated. I mean, I'm saying this coming off of Chronicles, which, not entirely certain what a lot of animations there were, but here it's like... The animations seem a fair bit more detailed. Okay, so that's not an instant kill, he just stuns you in place and you aren't allowed to attack him. Good to know. Why don't you come down here and say that, Robotnik? Shut up, Tails. Okay, it does hold in place for a fair bit, so we're fine in that aspect. No, my rings. My precious, precious ring. Like, yeah, he actually has a fairly good recoil animation there as well, just... It's like infinite live tack. Alright, starting to get back into the groove now. Oh. You can just jump Tess out of the way, that's kind of funny. Next. I'm not entirely certain how this thing is supposed to be flying, by the way. I'm guessing it's just propellers and jet engines, but... I don't know, those wings seem kind of comically small and featherless for something that's supposed to be a flying machine. Big Bird. It's time to teach you the alphabet, Robotnik. I do distinctly remember this guy having an insta-kill mechanic. I just can't remember what it was. Just... I want to ensure we get through this fairly smoothly. Dang it, I missed him. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. It may take a little bit. I think I may have scared everybody off after paying too much attention during the actual levels. Alright, when are you bringing out your insta-kill mechanic, Robotnik? That's what I want to know. That's what we've all been waiting for. I could have sworn he did have an insta-kill mechanic. Ring. Oh, here we go. Actually getting you practice to mashing the A and the B buttons. I remember now. If you fail to mash the A and B buttons, you die. Yeah, I definitely don't remember having this much issue with the boss fights. Like, I remember them being tough, but not this tough. Again, it may just be being bad. How did I miss that? How did I miss that game? I will admit this particular boss does look like something you'd see in Unleashed. Maybe it's just me. I can feel us getting closer, and closer, and closer. Let's do this again. I am a master at mashing buttons, as you can probably hear. As my animations just sort of spaz out as I close in on the boss. Getting there? I certainly hope so. Only 2 more hits. Damn it. Shut up, Tails. I'm trying to concentrate here. Yeah, that feels weirdly easier to do than on the actual DS, weirdly enough. Though I am kind of worried as to whether or not I'll just end up destroying my, my controller. Okay, just 1 more hit. Without any rings, this could be it. Whoa. I'm beginning to believe. Gotcha. I won't forget this. Ah, dang it. He got away again. So, a little bit of an awkward moment here, because this is normally when I would end the stream. But I'm not sure as to whether I should end the stream right here, because we're so close to the end. Oh, the time-space continuum tier is going larger. What should we do, Sonic? Oh my god, like Sonic! Amy! Oh my god, like cat got your tongue, Sonic? Still, I'm like so glad you came to see me. Well, oh my god, like, what are you trying to say, Sonic? Dear god, she's here. Nothing. Sonic, why don't we ask Amy about Robotnik and Blaze? Sure. Amy, have you seen Robotnik or a cat girl named Blaze? Oh my god, like a girl?
Tell me what Sonic needs from this cat girl.
Tails, you better help me out here. And this is Heroes Amy technically, so this is her at her most rabid. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. It's an interesting character. Yes, I recall. Okay, so now I like understand. I like totally saw her. What? She like just came this way with Cream? You should have told us this earlier. Oh my god, you're like so mean, Sonic. Sorry, Amy. We'll see you later, okay?
So, this would be the final zone of Deadline, and I mean, there's still a fair bit of a ways to go in terms of story, so what do we reckon? Should I end it here, or should we go and brave Deadline? That's what I want to know. Also, I'm hoping you're actually able to see the text in the cutscenes on the display right here. Just... A toughie, yes. I would certainly say so. As the world is slowly morphing into jam. You know, I'll put out a poll. Let me just put out a poll. Because I feel as though I really need to work on sleep schedule. I don't think this is gonna help. Go. Pull away. Jamie can't actually see it on the thing. Ah, well. This Tails just waves there, just like... I'm kind of surprised he doesn't do his yawn animation on the screen here. I would have thought that would have been the perfect opportunity, just like... Because it really feels as though ever since Heroes, they really just sort of forgot about Tails' whole insomnia arc. Where... Whenever he does an idle animation in Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Adventure 2, he's always yawning. And yet, he doesn't seem to yawn anymore. He finally got some decent sleep, I guess. They've forgotten a few things for Tails, to say the least. To say the least. Yeah, alright, let's just keep going. Just keep the stream trucking fine. And here we are, Deadline, with arguably the main theme of the game, What You Need, which you may have heard at the start of the stream, the drunk version. I probably have to credit the original video, but I just found that so funny. It's like, here you got this high energy pop song for this space level, and it just slowed down and all drunk sounding. Probably don't have to explain the joke, but still couldn't help but find it funny. Also, this is going to be interesting because obviously I feel we're going to be spending a fair bit of time on the final special stage, as it is notorious. And oh look, a space station level with a reverse gravity gimmick. Where have I seen this before? I suppose the rotating panels here are kind of fun, though. Blasting through those homing attacks like a master of surgery. Need a video of that. Alright, here we are, final special stage. This is gonna be a toughie. One more couldn't hurt, and we'll be here for a while if we're tackling the final special stage. Here goes everything. I remember this particular level being a bit of a nightmare. Let's see how badly I do. Already off to a good start. Not gonna even bother with the springs. Controls locked up. Yeah, this is what we've been, this whole special stage adventure has been leading to. This whole thing. Yeah, I suspect this might take a little bit. Time to spamming. How's the server going? I'd say it's nearly ready, just need to figure out how to... or / remember how to set up the bots. Because like I said, I want it to be good. I want you to step into it and it's like, wow, everything is really nice here. Oh. You took me by surprise. Okay, that was embarrassing. Again. Wow, it's functional. Like a drink. Oh, I thought I had that. Feels as though once I come out of one of those, boost pads, the controls lock up. Yeah, that's not enough. Ah yes, this particular special stage in a nutshell. Definitely saved that a little too late, I'd say. This music is starting to make me go mad. I meant to press save. I meant to... It didn't let me press save again. There we go. Okay, you can pause. You're gonna change my ways. Sonic got stuck in purgatory. What do we do? Probably shouldn't have mentioned anything about the server, actually, because it was going to be a thing I'd unveil once we'd hit 1,000, but I suspect that won't be for a long time at this rate. Especially if I can't get this last emerald. Doesn't help that the touchscreen seems to just keep sticking. You see that, right? Where he just sticks in place and jitters? I meant to press shift. Okay, good.
Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Dang it. Suffering? Yeah. That pretty much sums it up. I didn't even mean to save after failing that, actually. It doesn't help. That's, especially on this corner, you can't see them coming. I mean, I would like to end the stream at this point. Here I'm thinking that continuing on after the time limit I'd set for myself was a mistake. Haven't felt this much suffering in a Sonic game since, well, Superstars. Tell you what. How's about we end with me trying getting this last emerald, and then we'll leave it there, because I don't think that I would want to stomach the rest of the game after all this suffering, and the rest of the game probably won't take that long either. Could probably just still knock this out as a twofer. Assuming I can get through this without getting hit. Once again, controls locked up. Don't care, still have enough rings. Good. Now comes the hard part. At least I think. Imagine it's the hard part. Alright, just I guess front-loading all the rings so I get cokey. Ah. Oh, this looks like hell. Controls locking up again. Oh, I really don't like you. Just thinking, can we do this? Can we do this? Oh my god. I was one ring off. Can you believe? That is unbelievable. I need that song on my Spotify. I need it out of my brain. Well, I guess it's nice to know that I'm trying to be perfect for the first part paid off a little bit. And here it seems I don't have to worry as much. I said as much. Yeah, I think this bit is the worst, where it just speeds you into spikes. That hardly seems fair to me. I wanted to make sure my hand was actually on the right button that time. Why are you jittering so much? Stop jittering. I think I remember this being easy when I was younger because I actually had proper feedback and the actual boundaries of a DS screen, if that makes sense. Okay, that's... I got enough. I got enough. We might finally be getting out of here. Just have to not get hit too many times. Yes! You need a good relax out of that? Oh, definitely. Oh, boy. Oh, Nelly. Nintendo Memento. You know what? Just to, be doubly sure. Just to be doubly sure. I'll finish Deadline. We'll do the... You know what? Nah. I'm in it now. All that's left for me to do is finish off these last couple of levels and the last couple of bosses and we'll be golden, right? We'll be golden. I'm definitely not biting off more than I can chew. I was gonna say, I definitely... Okay. Okay, game. Stream got... Nah, not yet. I don't really like it when you say... When you ask me stream gone, it makes me think that that OBS or my, my internet is given out again. Save. Not going through that again. Not on my watch. Yeah, because I remember as a kid that being pretty tough, but... Oh, that was a nightmare. Can stay for 1 hour more. We should be done by then. I'm just thinking, oh boy, even here they have the instant death lasers. My favorite. I mean, saying that, I think... I almost want to say the worst part of the game is behind us now, because we don't have to do any more special stages. It's like now we could just focus on the better parts of the game, like the story, and hopefully not fall into any more bottomless pits. But I think compared to the special stages, that's the least of our problems. At least I think we're supposed to go this way. Oh, look at this! We're running on the screen like we're edgy boys. There we go, I got the small animals to spawn, because it's like, with the trick system, I know you could get them to spawn, I just couldn't remember as to what button. No, we're not going back in! You can't make me! Oh yeah, real nice placement of spikes there, dimps. I like how they have their shield, yet it's absolutely useless against the boost. Whoa, Tails, stop this crazy thing. Oh, hell. Well, that's nice. They didn't even bother to let me drop through the bottom screen. They just let me to die. At least I'm hoping the worst is behind us now. It's like, I remember the last boss being pretty tough, but aside from that, I think, aside from spamming more buttons, we should be good. In your own time, game. Yay, we win. Wow, my head's spinning. That song, my ears are tired. You and me both. I hate to imagine what that was like on the replay. Just constantly hearing the same broken bits and pieces of a new day. Okay, so you can break through that. I was wondering. Oh yeah, look at all these springs! Death Egg got nothing on this. Again, though, I really hope they continue to expand on the trick system, because I know, again, it was in Frontiers. Aww. He's gonna save. Yeah, where? Yeah, where? Yeah, where? At the very least, I remember the special stages in Rush Adventure not being quite as frustrating. Not so much needing you to be absolutely pinpoint accurate, at the very least. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they actually incentivize you to do stuff with the trick system like this. Again, generally speaking, I kind of feel that style and style points is something that the Sonic series should really be looking into. Like, they did do it in Adventure 2, but I generally feel just that whole sort of style system generally quite fits, just going fast and looking good while doing it sort of thing, if that makes any sense. Aww. Just to be safe. Weirdly enough, this is actually reminding me more of Carnival Nights. If that makes any sense. Just with the spiral drums, you'd run up and down. Also, just all these crossing runways you run across, really reminiscent of Egg Rocket as well. Also, what is up with that hexagonal pattern in the background? What is up with all the hexagonal patterns here in general? There we go. We may end up making it through this after all. Where are we going? I'm expecting there to be some kind of crazy set piece to wrap up the final level, because this is technically the final vanilla level. Rude. Oh, I thought I died there. Okay. Wait, where did my rings go? They just soaked through the floor. What gives? Honestly, the whole Go side on there also reminds me just a lot of beat-em-up games like Streets of Rage when you beat all the enemies. It's like, if I wanted to play Streets of Rage, I'd play Streets of Rage. And you're on. There we go. Soaked. Yes, yes. I feel as well we're coming up to the end now. Just to be safe. Assuming we can... What is going on with the rocket controls? There we go. No, we're not doing that again. I refuse. Oh, just rocket right through the goal ring. Can I ask you something in this game from the year 2006? 2005, actually. Okay. Boss time. Here we go.
We won't let you get away this time, Robotnik. I don't have time to chat with you right now. But come to think of it, I could just take your time.
Oh, there we go.
Blaze. Long time no see, Robotnik. Oh, Blaze, my dear. I didn't expect you to see you in this world. It seems Robotnik has made a mistake. So you guided Robotnik to our world. It is best to get someone else to do the dirty work. I've been waiting for him to return with the gems. I couldn't care less what happens to our world. I'll destroy you. You know, that's pretty harsh. He's my opponent. Go away. No can do. There's a few things I owe him as well. I said I would resolve this on my own. I must protect my world. And I don't need anyone's help. Hey, chill for a second. You're way too tense. Why are you still here? If you won't leave. Hey, you gonna fight me? This world is so entertaining. I think I'm going to like it here.
And here we go, the most famous boss fight in the game. Deadline. Not taking any chances. Step by step. Let's see if you put up a better fight than Knuckles. It even comes with its own unique boss music with Villanova. I also forgot to mention the fact that they just brought back the Eggmobile from Adventure 1 right into this as well, and I can't help but feel as though kind of a missed opportunity not to keep it around. There we go. There's the rolling in action. Kind of weird she hasn't done her fire plume, her fire tornado attack yet. Probably shouldn't press my luck. Oh, there it is. Oh no, I trapped myself. Oh, she has a homing attack as well. Nice. Okay, one more hit. Boing. Dagnammit. Oh, the edits I've seen. Again, sounds a lot like a villain French accent. I think, you can tell I'm sort of tired. My jaw care is fading. Well, yes, certainly a more, competent fight than Knuckles at the very least. I could just do this. I will admit your flame pillar attack's not really as dangerous as my tornado attack, which I can't do in this boss fight for some reason. Oh! I will admit, something about her silhouette always sort of reminded me of Lucario in this game. Not sure why. Guessing it's just the tail. I feel I should be able to hit her while she's doing this. Dang nabbit. We're nearly there. Come on. I do remember this fight being pretty tough. Not gonna lie. Oh! Ended up saving the 2 slots there. Ooh. One more hit. Or should I say 2 more hits? Let me get an opening, damn you. It really feels as though at this point she just doesn't give you an opening at all. There we go. Stop it! This isn't going to change anything! What do you know? The responsibility is mine to bear alone. I have to do this by myself. Carrying the entire world on your shoulders? Enough! Here we go. Most infamous part of the game. No, you're not gonna push me back. I refuse. Have a nice fall, you stupid bint. I won't forget this. Ah, dang it, he got away again. Sonic, you just beat a woman. That was a woman?
Again?
Can you stand up? The guy I wasn't fighting got away. I must save the soul emeralds. I must. A bit overzealous, aren't we? It seems like she's had a rough past. Listen, don't bite off more than you can chew, alright? And, be yourself. Please. Perhaps you're right. I can rely on friends if I let myself. Great! Yay, it's his actual catchphrase. I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Nice to meet you. Blaze. It's nice to meet you too. Must have had a rough pass. Where was this Sonic and ITW with Surge? That's what I want to know. Man, things are sure looking depressing lately. Led by the Soul Emeralds, my world has begun to enter yours. What will happen to our 2 worlds? I don't know. But I think our worlds can't coexist like this.
Eventually everything will just disappear. No, that can't be. We have to come up with a solution fast. Robotnik and Robo-Robotnik. The two eggheads, right? Blaze, you stay here. Your condition, you. But... Okay then. Leave it to me. Yes. I'll rely on you. Please. Smart thinking. Okay, let's go, Tails. Let's do it, Sonic.
I really feel as though I gotta work on my Welsh accent for Blaze, because I feel that was sort of a missed opportunity in the past. Because, of course, she's a cat girl. Alright, final zone unknown. Let's see if we can get this out of the way and finally go to bed. Got recommended to me. I don't know. It happened. Some things happen like this. Unknown. We're in space! Oh yeah, I remember this, where he gets his hand stuck in the thing for some reason. Yeah, there's no reason for you just not using the jump dash there. At least the game's cool. Yeah, I've been enjoying it mostly. Bonk. I do like how it just the ship just slowly descends from the atmosphere. Not sure why it recommends you using the spin dash here when the jump dash seems to do a much better job. Oh no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. The controls won't respond! Dagnammit. I was trying to use the spin dash game. What are you doing? Okay, so I guess spin dash is probably recommended there. Alright. I'll be fine, Tails. As far as his music gives the early 2000s vibes? Yeah. And it's also the same reason why we're probably never gonna get any sort of port of this. Okay, so you spin dash on the ground and that gives you the speed to run up. Okay, game. Okay, game, I think I see where we're coming from. I can't remember if there's actually a time limit here. Makes sense considering it was released 2005. Yep. It's 20 years old this year. Can you believe it? What do you want from me, game? Recommended to you, VTuber. Thanks a bunch. Over here, I think. Guessing that's another instant kill. You know what? Let's just do this. Bop. What do you want from me, game? I'm trying my best. Yeah, it just seems as though I don't have enough time to get up there. Wait. It keeps telling me to hold down. I'm gonna try that. Nope, nothing doing. Get ready to be schooled. What am I doing wrong, game? What am I doing wrong? Starting to hate that up. Me too. Hold down? Okay. I'm holding down. Oh, for some reason I never knew you could do that. I just thought you had to just get to him on time. That makes this so much easier. How did I never know that as a kid? I just thought you just had to I just thought you just had to get up to the top before he stopped shaking his arm. I guess I just messed up. Cheap little laser trick there. Model is so cute. Thanks a bunch. Much appreciated. No, not so what I want. This makes things so much more easy now. Yeah, I was thinking this is probably going to be the most frustrating bosses in the game, and now it's like, nah. And this is pretty rough. Respect to 2000s kids having the patience of a sense. Oh yeah! We didn't have any of this newfangled technology. We just had to persevere. Paragons of perseverance we were. Play H-Doom on stream. No, thank you. Ah, you faked me out there, you I want to see if I can get through this with all my rings. I'm gonna take that as a no. You know what, let's just get through this. Get ready to be schooled! There we go. Yeah, that just makes things so much more easy now. I am legitimately baffled that I never figured that out as a kid. Oh, this. My favorite mechanic. Shut up, Tails. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Hurry things along a little bit. Well, so much for my rings. Still has... get people in here complaining that you want... Oh yeah, mostly just people who are asking, why is your chest like that? To the point where I'm starting to wonder maybe I should just refrain from answering. Tails, I'm trying to concentrate here. Ring, 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 ring. Aw. Alright, it's now or never. Get ready to be schooled! Okay, I guess I'm gonna need to stand back a little bit. Oh, that's nice. They travel at different speeds. Lovely game, lovely. Okay, final hit. Here goes. When do you see someone come in here and say that? I think they might have gone that at some point. I'll clutch you, Sonic! Yeah, you can try all you want, Robotnik. This is a scripted segment. This is the easiest hit in the game. Stay for the content, much appreciated. And I think we just, Yay, we win! Game of such blech bosses. Yeah, I just feel a lot of the difficulty is kind of, mismatched and jumbled throughout a lot of the game. Like, the fact that the first boss has an insta-kill attack, and yet most of the other bosses up until, like, the fifth boss don't.
Well, that was easy. Sonic, good job. I brought all the little animal friends. Hey everyone, why did you bring them, Tails? What's the matter? Nothing.
Hey Sonic, I think you better split now.
Amy?
Oh no, she's she's turned into a PNG, rapidly approaching me.
Tails, Knuckles, you take care of things here. Oh my god, Sonic, where you going? Oh my god, don't leave me. Well, at least things are back to normal.
She approaches. And look at this! Look at this! We still got sprite art in the credits, which just makes me wonder, why didn't we have this for the rest of the game? I mean, nothing against the model work here. It is definitely good for an early 2005 DS game. Just, personal preference is all. Amy dropped the hammer! Seems to please to be a favorite sailor way. I've seen too many fairies turn out to be... Oh yeah, not a chance. Not a chance. I will do the absolutely best to be so cool it would fluster a vegan snow lizard. And, but yeah, Sonic Rush. Aside from the special stages, I'd still put this in the category of good Sonic games, which I would say would be good to be part of the core of Sonic games in the future, but ironically enough, this game already sort of has. It's been the core of Unleashed, Colors, Generations, Forces, and a little bit of Frontiers as well. It's just... It's kind of weird that this game sort of became the core of Sonic games going forward, as opposed to any of the classic games, which, honestly, I would personally prefer. Really excited for tomorrow's Pokemon stream? No fluff, this game that has influence? Oh, definitely. And we're never gonna see it re-released again because of the music. And also, yeah, I'm definitely excited to be getting into Mystery Dungeon. It's one of those games which, sort of like Klonoa 2, I feel, well, it definitely has a cult following. I feel it's been, I don't want to say overrated, just, the flaws in it have been sort of glossed over in favor of just, you need to rest. Oh yeah, definitely gonna be resting after this. Damn you, Nakanuma, you and your funky samples. I find it funny as well because the IDW comics especially really want you to play this game in order to get introduced to characters like Blaze. And yet there's no real way for modern newcomers to the series to actually play it outside of the definitely real DS I'm playing on right now. Good game, good history, good drama, good... Yep. And that's the worst of it behind me, I think. Next week is gonna be just, Blaze. Well, it looks like I lost her. Oh, no I didn't. She just comes in with a massive hammer for advance free. Imagine playing Shadow and Blaze in advance. Surprised your battery isn't yellow yet. Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good battery on this definitely real DS. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Tune in next week where we go in and see what's up with this new Blaze character.
Please select a character.
But until then, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Take care. Good night.